bringing with it a broad mobilization of troops to bolster Russia's forces. I can't remember a time when the May 9th holiday was anticipated with such anxiety, historian Ivan Kirilla wrote on Facebook. Ukraine's intelligence chief, Kirilo Budanov, said Moscow was covertly preparing such a plan. British Defence Secretary Ben Wallace told LBC Radio that Putin was laying the ground for being able to say, "Look, this is now a war against Nazis. And what I need is more people." The Kremlin denied having such plans, calling the reports untrue and nonsense. Asked by the Associated Press on Friday whether mobilization rumors could dampen the Victory Day mood, Putin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said, "Nothing will cast a shadow over the sacred day, the most important day for Russians." Still, human rights groups reported a spike in calls from people asking about laws concerning mobilization and their rights in case of being ordered to join the military. Questions about who can be called up and how have started to flow on a mass scale through our hotline about the rights of conscripts and the military, said Pavel Chekhov, founder of the Agora Legal Aid Group, on the messaging app Telegram. Russian state TV has ramped up the patriotic rhetoric. In announcing the Feb. 24 military operation, Putin declared it was aimed at the demilitarization of Ukraine to remove a perceived military threat to Russia by neo-Nazis. A recent TV commentary said Putin's words were not an abstract thing and not a slogan, and praised Russia's success in Ukraine, even though Moscow's troops have gotten bogged down, making only minor gains in recent weeks. Ukraine, which has a democratically elected Jewish president who lost relatives in the Holocaust, and the West have condemned the remarks as a fictitious cover for a blunt act of aggression. But many Russians fed a steady diet of the official narrative have cheered on their troops, comparing them to our grandfathers who fought the Germans. Popular support in Russia for the war in Ukraine is difficult to gauge in a country that has seen a steady crackdown on journalists in recent years, with independent media outlets shut down and state-controlled television providing a pervasive influence. A recent poll by the respected independent Levada Center found that 82% of Russians remain concerned by the military campaign in Ukraine. The vast majority of them, 47%, are worried about the deaths of civilians and Russian soldiers in the war, along with the devastation and suffering. Only 6% of those concerned by the war said they were bothered by the alleged presence of Nazis and fascists in Ukraine. A significant part of the population is horrified. And even those who support the war are in a permanent psychological militant state of a perpetual nightmare, said political analyst Andrei Kolesnikov in a recent commentary. A government campaign encouraging support for the military is using the distinctive black and orange St. George's ribbon that is traditionally associated with Victory Day. The letter Z has become a symbol of the conflict. Decorating buildings, posters and billboards across Russia, and many forms of it use the ribbon's colors and pattern. Rallies supporting the troops have taken place in recent days at World War II memorials, with participants singing wartime songs from the 1940s. One official has suggested that Victory Day marchers display photos of soldiers now fighting in Ukraine. Normally on the holiday, Russians carry portraits of their relatives who took part in World War II to honor those in the so-called Immortal Regiment, from a conflict in which the Soviet Union lost a staggering 27 million people. Follow app's coverage of the war in Ukraine. https apnews.com/hub/Russia-Ukraine. Thanks for listening to this important news update. Please subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest news.